Stefan.
What took you so long?
Have you been up all night?
Listen, does Laura appear happy in this photograph?
Let me get you something to eat.
I can't tell where it was taken. The notations are all out of order.
All right, what sounds good?
There's coffee there if you want it. Answer my question. Does she look happy in this photograph?
Yeah, she looks very happy. What happened to you?
Get me the file. Bring the file here. If I can prove Helena kidnapped Lucky, we'll be on the right track. Do you have the file?
I've got the file right here. Just a minute. You know, this is a work in progress, so...
Look, this is a work in progress. You have had weeks to build a case against Helena, a kidnapping case.
Let me explain something to you. The police can prove that Lucky was killed in a fire, but they don't believe it was arson. Are you beginning to see the problem
Well,
here?
there has to be something here. Where did Helena believe Lucky, Luke, Laura... Well, they were one big happy family.
You think that's where Helena has him?
Yes, I thought Laura's mother might know.
You talked to Leslie?
Yesterday, she wouldn't tell me a thing.
You need to get some rest because you need a fresh perspective here.
You know what? I don't have any time. I have to find Lucky before his parents do.
Well, how does the place look to you? The same?
It seems smaller.
You grew up.
Sit any place.
Why don't you select the table?
This one right here.
May I ask why this one?
My mom used to help me with homework here before the dinner crowd.
Glad to hear at least some effort was made on behalf of your education, even if it was only a public school in British Columbia. May we have some coffee, please, while we're making up our minds?
Sure.
It certainly is an interesting place.
Best food in town.
Is it family-owned?
Mr. Barlow bought it right after the fire ages ago.
Do you have any idea how it got its name?
From the first owners? I think for luck.
Isn't it nice to be back where it all began?
Well, we called this one wrong.
Maybe.
Honey, we covered practically every winding little alley between the mosque and our old house. Nothing.
I think we should give it one more day.
I don't think they even brought him here.
I wish they hadn't done that to our old house.
Well, you know, it was only a crash pad even when we lived there.
Now it's a flop house.
Well, this is all part of Helena's plan, you know. Take us through our past, through the ruins.
To remind us of what we lost?
Together.
Maybe that's the part she underestimated, the together part of it. I mean, maybe we're not invincible, but here we are. I think she underestimated the power of us. I think we did too. We're gonna find him.
Oh. Yeah.
Find anything?
No, did you?
Matty pours a pretty mean pint.
You went to Maddie's?
Yes, that's where I'm calling from.
Hey, is that peg-legged wacko who plays a tin whistle for drinks and smokes still there?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Is it a full moon?
Oh, who knows? It's cloudy.
Well, be careful. They say on a full moon that the peg leg turns into a werewolf.
I'll look for him. I think we made a mistake.
Yeah, it looks like it. Maybe we over-strategized.
So what next?
I don't know. Just hang tight. We'll be in touch.
Okay.
And thanks.
We'll find him, Luke.
You and Maddie have a couple of pints on me, huh?
You got it.
So where do you want to look next? Or do we have to wait for Felicia?
Oh, I'm darling, please. Let's don't do the Felicia thing right now. Let's just relax a bit, take a breath, have a drink.
We should never have come here, Luke.
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, but now Lucky's even further away.
Well, this doesn't help.
I thought I saw him today, running through the market.
Yeah?
Yeah. I almost called out his name. And then I realized that it was a little boy chasing a dog through the market the way Lucky used to do when we lived here.
It's been a rough day all the way around, hasn't it?
This is our trip. It's not Felicia's. I don't see how she's helping us.
How was your breakfast?
It was fine.
Was it as wonderful as you remember?
The hash browns aren't as good as my mom's.
Well, it seems to have plenty of customers.
This is our last stop, right?
Aren't you glad to be here?
Then we head back to Port Charles.
No, thank you. Lucky, we have just barely arrived. Now, wouldn't you like to go out and wander around the town for a while?
Sure.
Okay. Now, do you remember where your house was?
3 blocks west, turn right, stop at the stop sign, middle of the street, south side.
Excellent.
Hudson Elementary used to be over there.
Were you a regular student?
Except when my dad picked me up to go fishing. He'd scribble out these notes from the dentist and the doctor and the podiatrist.
Your father can be very persuasive.
After the tour, we're gonna head back to Port Charles.
Do you want to spend the rest of the day playing chess?
Lucky was sitting right beside me. If I'd only taken him home to his mother that night.
Hindsight, that was weeks ago.
I should never have given Helena the opportunity.
What happened?
What happened? Well, let me see. Spencer pulled a gun on me. I offered to help.
Where was this?
Off Reunion Island.
Who the hell's that?
It's in the Indian Ocean. I found Luke and Laura on the Haunted Star. It's a yacht. Details aren't important, but Luke forced me into a closet at gunpoint.
On the yacht?
Yes. I believe I almost convinced Laura to set me free. But then she left with Luke.
You obviously managed to get out somehow.
Yes, well, I came back here where, as you know, I was promptly arrested. If I'd only gotten to Ice Princess Island sooner, I might have the boy.
Wait a minute. Ice Princess Island?
Yes.
As in the weather machine?
Oh, yes. I found Laura outside the door to what used to be my father's office. Helena had trapped Luke and Felicia inside.
Felicia?
I offered to help them. I could have. All Laura had to do was agree to go with me and search for Lucky.
She wanted to stay with Luke.
Yes. I lost her. But I still have to find Lucky.
Why do you have to do that? What, do you have to prove that you still love her?
No. I have to clear my name.
Mac? Is anybody there? Girls? Please pick up the phone. Is anybody there? I love you. I love all of you. Okay, I'll call back. I love you, Mac.
Dear Lulu, Marrakesh is a very strange place. Hot, people wear robes.
Look. I don't want to fight with you, okay?
Me neither.
I know that you can't help what Felicia does.
Look, I know that this is our trip. nobody else's.
I miss you.
Okay, what's the plan?
To discern where Laura was happiest.
Good idea. Why?
Helena is taking Luke and Laura through their own past, step by step.
Can I ask you something? What does Felicia have to do with any of this?
Spencer's having an affair with her. Yeah, he flaunts it in her face. She doesn't seem to mind.
Okay. Let's just piece this together and come up with our best guess.
All right, Helena and Lucky were on the Haunted Star. They were at Ice Princess Island, and they went to Texas.
Helena was in Texas.
Yes.
And I missed that?
Now she could be anywhere.
All right, so what's our motto? How can Helena create the most pain for the most people in the shortest amount of time?
Amount of time, I've been asking myself that same question.
She knows that the longer that she stretches this out, the higher the risk of getting caught, so this is nearing the end.
I agree.
Are you sure that she didn't take Lucky back to Port Charles?
As sure as one can be in this situation.
And do you know where Luke and Laura are?
Marrakesh. But I'm almost certain Lucky isn't there.
What if she wants a train wreck? It's a figure of speech. What if she wants all of you to show up in the same place at the same time?
That's interesting. So Helena's almost done. And if the end is Port Charles, then the place before the end. Thank you, Alexis. You have been most helpful.
Well, this trip is all about finding our son, but I don't know. For so long now, it seems like no matter where we start, we end up in different places.
We end up at Lucky. You remember that time that we got fogged in at Maddie's and with all those crazy Irish musicians?
Yeah, I remember.
And the fiddler player taught Lucky to dance.
Yeah, seems like we were there for days.
Yeah, maybe. Gets all mixed up.
That's what I remember. Days.
I need to sleep.
Yeah.
I miss that feeling that we could do anything.
We could.
I guess most people never get that. Maybe if we'd stayed on the road.
But we didn't.
Is that because of me?
That was because of a lot of things, a lot of different things. And we aren't the same people we were then. We can't go back. I thought love could change it. I guess it can't.
I thought ours could.
We'll find Lucky.
I hope so.
Lucky used to look down at that market for hours.
Yeah. He liked the goats.
And then one day I saw a man in a suit looking back at him.
We took the next plane out, didn't we?
To Ireland.
I remember I didn't have any time to pack anything except for the carpet bag. But I never did. I have stuff scattered all over the world.
You always knew how to get us out the door fast.
That's the part I forget about, though, you know? Being afraid all the time, having to leave in the middle of the night. Having to check my driver's license to see what my name is.
You needed a place to be.
I needed a home.
And I needed to keep moving.
Yep.
I think I always will.
I know.
But we still have our son.
I hope so.
We're gonna get him back.
He was our miracle.
Laura. I need to tell you something, and it's not gonna change who we are or where we are, but I really need to tell you.
Okay.
The happiest I've been in my whole life was with you. Just flying down some road we didn't even know the name of.
Me too.
Did you really play soccer on that muddy little field?
Well, it wasn't muddy when I was 11.
Well, your house seems comfortable enough.
You know, when we moved in there, we'd been on the road a long time. All over the place. It was weird waking up in the same bed day after day. Anyway, that's where we lived.
Well, the stability must have been a tremendous relief.
Yes, it was.
I only wish that your parents had cared enough to have given you that stability from the very start.
Coffee?
Would you like some coffee?
Only if you do.
No, thank you. Lucky, I so appreciate our tour, but you must be anxious to leave.
Kind of.
It's a rare opportunity for both of us, don't you think? I mean, I really felt privileged to share your memories, your past.
Giving me cash?
Well, $500 should be sufficient, especially when you add it to the money that you have appropriated. And you might as well keep the jewelry, too, but try to get a fair appraisal.
So what's the money for?
I'm very proud of you. Now, you're a clever, most independent young man, and I think those qualities will serve you well.
When?
Now. You're on your own, Lucky. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You find anything?
Oh, no, nothing.
What's next?
I'm not sure.
Where did you and Laura live the longest?
Where did we live the longest?
Besides Port Charles?
Hang on.
That's it.
What?
Not the longest, the happiest, the triple L.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Gotta be it.
Luke, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Meet us in Vancouver. At the airport.
I'll be there.
Okay, and then we'll hit the road from there.
Got it.
I can leave?
Or you can stay.
What about Port Charles?
Oh, I seriously doubt that Port Charles will sink into the harbor.
But I thought we were going back.
What's to stop you from going? Although you might want to wait for your parents. I thought they might be here by now.
Just like that, I'm on my own.
Now it's all up to you.